Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. So let's go over the idea of the federal government's or the Fed's most likely bump up of 25 basis points to the interest rates. I believe that's a foregone conclusion, right? Anything else would be an absolute shock. An absolute shock. Whether they raise it 50 or raise it none. It would just be a tremendous shock. Everybody's expecting, or dang near everybody is expecting, a 25 basis point move up. Now, that said, my thing is not the basis point move, it's their outlook. The outlook is what matters. Why? Because that's foretelling of the future. They already foretold that, hey, there's going to be another there's going to be another hike. The question is how much? And that's not really a question. It's probably going to be 25 basis points. I want to hear how they're looking forward now, because to me, when I look at the economic data, and I'm no economist, and I'll say that now, but when I look at it with an investor's eye, I see no definitive answer in either direction. And I think they're probably looking at it the same way. There's been positive news. There's been negative news. There's even talk on television, when you look at some of these TV shows, of a soft landing. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, I don't know. I just don't know, which is why I'm paying attention to what their outlook is going to be. Something else that's important. The idea that the SEC wants to appeal. Now, I've been thinking about this for a while, that the SEC is going to wind up, they have to. As stupid as I think it is, they must appeal the ruling by Judge Torres. Why is that? To save face? Maybe they legitimately think they should have won? Who knows? But they kind of have to appeal. So they appeal. I was listening to Attorney John Deaton. Really respect this guy, knows his stuff. And he says, listen, it's if it goes through the normal process, it's a 2-year haul. So Judge Torres is, the Torres Doctrine, as he calls it, is with, at least within the Second Circuit, is law for the next 2 years. And I sat there and I thought about that, and I said, he could be right. He could very well be right. And I'm wondering if that could actually hold true. The reason why I'm asking is because it kind of sets the stage for everything right now. He's saying that even if it got through, the appeal got heard, and the Second Circuit says, hey, you need to reconsider, because he only considered the one Howey rule, and they say, well, scratch that and do it on the others. He's thinking, listen, even on the other two Howey rules, you'd sit there and you kind of be like, well, she could very well come out with the same response. Again, hard road for the SEC, but they're still going to take it. I don't think that's what's hitting the market so hard, and that's why numbers are down. I think numbers are down because, you have Celsius that's gonna probably dump about $60 million into the crypto market in terms of selling coin. You had the U.S. government dump $250 million, of Bitcoin into the market. So you had a couple of down factors that are pushing everything down at the moment. And then you have the FOMC meeting that's coming up this week. The meeting is tomorrow, and the announcement. Press conference comes Wednesday, blah, 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 blah. Now, something that caught my attention with regard to the whole XRP ruling thing, and Mark Cuban, owner of the Mavericks, and Shark Tank dude, what he said was, listen, it clearly defines that not all people purchasing cryptos are investors. It clearly states or clearly identifies the utility of the tokens. There you go. Take that one step beyond, and you're saying it's not just the utility of XRP, but it's the utility of all of the tokens that are out there. Not all, but the greater sum, right? I need to move something. I have a tokenized asset. It needs to get someplace real fast, secure fashion, blah, 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 blah. There you go. That's what he's talking about. It's you don't. most people are not investing in the US dollar, right? They're using it. And for me, when I looked at that statement, when I heard that statement, I was like, wow. I know it to be true, but it wasn't a forethought, wasn't at the front of my head, back here somewhere. But the statement is correct. The statement is very much correct. And it makes me stop and go, wow. When people really start adopting crypto for what it is, a way to transact, that's going to be a big deal. You have investors and you have people that just want to do stuff. You could have both at the same time. That's the point. That right there is the crux. Anyway, Ripple is teaming up with I think it's a Latvian-based company called SuperHow. And what their project is, Axiology, is a focus on tokenized assets. Think of that as CBDCs built on the XRP ledger. That right there is big. That's a notice to every government out there that's considering building a CBDC that, hey, XRP ledger is ready to rock and roll. And that's the demonstration. They're calling it a project, they're calling it a team up, the whole nine. No, that's the advertisement. That's the marketing right there. That's going to be a big deal. I am not a fan of CBDCs, but Ripple is a company, and Ripple offers a service that can handle it. From a stock person's, stock investor's perspective, that could be a good move. Once they go IPO, you hop in on the stock. That could be a big deal. For me, I just don't like CBDCs. Now, something interesting to me is the fact that Custodia Bank is a bank focused on being, a part of the bedrock for the crypto industry. And I told you back on, I think, June 12th, that they had filed for, a master account with the Fed. And they're still waiting. They actually took the Fed to Wyoming court over it because it's taking too long, or they've been denied. I forgot what it was, but that's what they're doing. They also are calling out the federal government for not allowing them to participate in FedNow. That is, in and of itself, news. Why? Because FedNow still has the wrappers on. It still hasn't even passed its 500-mile checkup. If you bought old cars back in the old days, because I'm old, you know what that means. The idea that, and Caitlin Long, who's the CEO of Custodia Bank, pointed out something very interesting. So you let this company or this bank, Aiden, who got a banking license in Europe, take part in FedNow. But you won't let a U.S. bank participate in FedNow. Why not? For me, it's a problem. FedNow just came out, and it already has controversy. Does that sound like a good plan to you? Doesn't sound like a good plan to me. So it's not that I'm against FedNow. It's not that I'm for FedNow. It's that I have a problem that there's already a disturbance in the force around FedNow. Yes, I'm a Star Wars fan. So there's a problem. There's a problem there for me. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should take a look at the numbers. And the numbers are telling us nothing good. Let's just call it how it is, right? Everything is red on the big board. XRP is down to 69 cents. Over the past few days, that's doggone near 7 cents? Yeah, that's a 10% drop. Like that. In a heartbeat. But then again, everybody's down. I do expect for XRP to pop back up. I do. I expect everything to pop back up, actually. We just have to see if the federal governments, if the FOMC comes out with neutral or positive news on their outlook, everything goes back to the green. Not hard. But you can see the heavy hit that Bitcoin is taking at 29,328, ETH 1850. Again, I want them above 30,000 and I want ETH above 1900. XRP, I want above 75 cents. And as a matter of fact, I want Pole, new name for Matic, I want that to be above that same number, 75 cents. They're not right now. Doge is up because something is going on over there at Twitter, which is no longer Twitter. I think they're actually called X now. And that could be a reason why Doge is up. But then it's not up significantly, but it is up, and you have to pay attention to that. For me, I'm sitting back and I'm just saying, market's down, opportunity to buy. Straight up. For me, it's an opportunity to buy in. When you look at the numbers just straight up, you're still looking at, some year-to-dates that look really good. XRP up 106% year-to-date. Yeah, so if you got in just this year, January, this is how much money you made. You're not upset that it's down right now. You're looking at it as another buying opportunity. That's what you're really doing. When I look at the rest of the numbers, when I look at Polygon, you can see it's down year-to-date. To me, is that a weakness? Yes, it is. It is a weakness. However, I think it's a weakness that'll come back. Solana is something I have to pay attention to. It's up 136% year-to-date, even though it's down for the past 7 days, almost 13% or 12.5%. Again, we had some factors that were going on that pushed things down, right? But I think that it's a thing that's pushing things down so people having the opportunity to get in. It's an oversell, in other words. To me, it's an oversell. People took too much profit off the top, and now everything is down. Then you had the influx into the market of Bitcoin because of the federal government selling what they had from Silk Road. Those are things that I'm paying attention to. But really, my focus this week is on the FOMC. Anyway, that's Eddie J on crypto. I hope you have a good day. Any questions, suggestions? I do like suggestions. That would be great. We are coming out with the financial word of the day, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to happen every day as we move forward, and we have an extensive investment dictionary that we're going to release. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.